What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, and this is our trade deadline special. This could be our best episode of the year. We have a
Yep.
lot to talk about, a lot of unexpected trades, probably one of the better and more active and more random trade
Mhm.
deadlines we've had in a long time. And I think it started with Jaren Jackson Jr. going to Utah for three firsts. One of the
Mhm.
more random trades, one of those trades where when you look at it, you're like, why are both of these teams doing this? But Chetan, what was your initial reaction? What's your reaction right now?
I was pretty shocked because um, the one player from the Grizzlies that I expected to get moved didn't get moved before the trade deadline, John Morant, and then they ended up moving Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know how I feel about what the Grizzlies did. Looks like they're going into a full rebuild mode. On the Jazz hand though, man, the Jazz team looks a little fun, especially with the way
Okay.
Keontae George has been developing this season. They have Lauri Markkanen, who's not really a 4 or 5. You could play him at the 3, and then like people forget that Walker Kessler went down with a shoulder injury, so he's not going to be back this season. But next year when he's back, like that defense on that front court is going to be pretty good. Like Jaren Jackson Jr. is a former Defensive Player of the Year, so I think that's good. On the Grizzlies side, though, they did get some good young pieces. They got Walter Clayton Jr. So I think they got Bryce Sensabaugh as well in that trade. So good like
You
complementary
got Bryce
pieces.
Sensabaugh on that trade?
I did they? Oh no, I think Bryce. No, he stayed. Who did they? They got Taylor Hendricks. They got Taylor
Yeah,
Hendricks.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
Bryce Sensabaugh would have been a little too much. He's a
yeah.
nice scorer.
They got Taylor Hendricks, who's also like a kind of like a good young 3-and-D prospect. He had a pretty nasty leg injury last year. So it's good to see him healthy. But the Jazz got some picks. The Grizzlies got some picks back, but I'm kind of excited to see how the Jazz do next season. It's going to be an even stronger Western Conference, in my opinion.
I'm more excited for the Grizzlies return, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Three first round picks.
The three
I
first round
think
picks, yeah.
Listen, I think this podcast, if you're a regular viewer, you know like there's a disdain for Jaren Jackson Jr. in this
Yep.
podcast. That will
Hmm.
not end. He
Yeah.
sucks. And at their three first round picks for Jaren Jackson Jr. is crazy. And even more crazier, you got four first round picks for Desmond Baines. You have seven first round picks in addition to having all your picks from now. Bro,
Hmm.
I'm a fan of this. If they move Ja as well, I'd really be a fan. But like, I guess you got to get someone equitable value.
I
But
agree.
I like the points you made on Utah's side, though. I like Lowry at the 3, Jaren at the 4, Kessler at the 5, Filipowski as backup. I would have liked them to keep Clayton and maybe move someone else, but like
Agreed.
Clayton's a good player. Um, but Keontae George, obviously, I'm really high on him. I think this could be a good team. I
They
just
still
don't
have
know.
Ace Bailey too. Completely forgot to mention that.
Well, yeah, true. Ace Bailey and Isaiah Collier just got
Yeah,
Collier just got
22
22
assists.
assists in a game.
Hmm.
So yeah, they have pieces for sure. I just the West is so strong
So stacked.
that it's gonna take a couple. I still don't think they make the playoffs next year. But they would make it in the East. But yeah, I think this is one of those trades that maybe now looking at it, it's like it's pretty good for both sides.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's time for the Grizzlies to go full retool. They some reports came out. They look like they wanted a lot for Ja from the Heat. Wanted Khalil Ware, Rozier, and a first. I don't know if that's a package you're gonna get from Ja. Maybe if he plays
But
some
low
part of the
key
season.
though, I kind of get it. If Rozier has to be in the trade, if you're the team, you low key want a draft pick with him, right?
Yeah, because Rozier, there's a possibility Rozier's not gonna play. I mean, so like God knows what happens with that. And I mean, Khalil Ware though, I think that's a little bit aggressive in
That's
my
too
opinion.
much. That's too
Yeah.
much.
But yeah, I like you said, the picks, I really like that. They have a good future if they draft well. I think that's a key though. You
That's the
gotta
key.
draft well.
They did draft John Jaren Jackson to be fair, but they just
Sure. And players
yeah
like Gigi Jackson, like they got him in, I think, was he a second round?
yeah.
Yeah, they got him in the second round. So I guess they do have some good player development coaches. So with these picks, if they hit on them, I could see sometime down the future them having a good young core.
Yeah. We can quickly touch on the Thunder acquiring Jared McCain for the Rockets 2026 pick and two Thunder second round picks from years I forgot. I can start. I definitely was not expecting Jared
Yeah,
McCain to be on the radar. I
good
thought if
trade.
we traded for a guard, it would be Io. But because I just didn't think the Sixers would even want to give McCain up. And I thought we'd also trade for a big. That didn't happen, but it's fine. But Jared McCain for a 2026 Houston pick, he was just drafted last year with the 14th pick. He did not go down 14 slots in a year, bro.
Yeah.
And he would have won Rookie of the Year if he just played the whole year last year.
Yeah.
And yes, VJ at this point is 100% a better player, and Tyrese Maxey's a better player. So you're not gonna supplant them in the lineup, and you can't run 3 guards. So McCain's having to come off the bench after suffering an MCL injury. Like, I don't know. I don't know why if you're the Sixers you give up on him, and if you're the Thunder, you acquire a player who shot 43% on catch and shoot threes last year, and which is probably our biggest weakness. All of our losses have been when we were shot by over 20% from the 3-point line. So I love this acquisition. I think, the rich get richer, as they say.
I agree. I think this is good for you guys, especially now that Shea is going to be out for 2 weeks. Like, you guys definitely do need some guard depth. I'm not really sure, is AJ Mitchell back, or like when he's coming back. So
No
you guys definitely do need some guard depth. So that's coming in. But going into the playoffs too, like coming in with that kind of depth again, like you need consistent 3-point shooting, and that's one thing you guys do lack. Like, Lou Dort kind of streamed off as a shooter. He's a lot more streaky now. Players like Isaiah Joe and like Aaron Wiggins are good shooters, but still a little bit more inconsistent. And when you have players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and J-Dub who do collapse the paint a lot, and you add someone like Jared McCain that shoots 43% from catch and shoot, that's what he's going to get when he's playing alongside those kind of players. So, and you guys do have a great developmental system. So I think in the long run, if you're able to sign him and keep him long term, I think he could be a good addition in the future. It's just only second year in the league.
Yeah. And one thing of Mark is you're going to play. Like, we play 10, 11 deep every night. Usman Dang was getting regular minutes. He sucks. So, like, I think that's going to be good for McCain, knowing that in Philly he wasn't really getting the consistent rotation time because Nick Nurse might like to run a more tight rotation. But with the Thunder, like, we value bodies. Shea only plays 33 minutes a game. That's our best player. So the minutes are clearly going around. It would definitely benefit him to learn from like Shea, learn from Jada, but also get real game time, because they're going to be there's going to be a lot of blowouts he's going to be able to play in. So he's going to get a lot more time than he did in Philly.
Agreed.
But to a more interesting trade, another completely out of nowhere trade.
This was absolutely just like shocking.
Yeah, there was more to this trade. There was Anthony Davis, like Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell to the Wizards for like Chris Middleton, etc. But like the crux of the trade is Anthony Davis goes to the Wizards and the Dallas Mavericks get back 2 first-round picks. So Chetan, what are your thoughts?
Originally, like the team looks good on paper. Like I think that was my first initial reaction when I texted you too. Like, oh, you have Trey and AD, like you have Alex Sarr, Bilal Coulibaly, like all these good young pieces, Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson. But again, like Trey hasn't like played a full season in like I think 2 seasons. AD hasn't been healthy in like the last 3 seasons. Alex Sarr is pretty hurt consistently. It seems like, I'm not sure if it's like really hurt or them trying to tank or whatever, but like
you can't tell.
Exactly, but like apparent from this season, what I see, he doesn't really play too much. So you traded for somebody that's not gonna play more than 55 games. I don't know, but again, like if the team is healthy in the Eastern Conference, with the way the East kind of is weaker than the West, like I think it's a fun team. Mav side, Jesus Christ,
good God, bro.
Yeah,
I think let's be fair to the Mavs and try to evaluate this without realizing that they gave up Luka for Chris Middleton.
Because it's two different GMs that kind of did that.
Yeah.
So I guess with what he kind of had and what he could do, and to rebuild around Coop, he did the best he could, in all honesty. Like, I don't really know how much more you're gonna get for AD, especially with like the value that's been going around like the league, with how some players aren't really as valued as much as they used to be. Like, I think he did as best as can, and I think the Mavs' best bet right now is to build around Coop. I don't even know what they're gonna do next season, to be honest, because like Kyrie's still on the team, so I'm gonna have to wait till the offseason to see what they do with him. But I don't know. This is just a messy trade on both sides, in my opinion.
I love it for the Mavs. In all honesty, like let's ignore the Luca side of it. Like we said, two different GMs. It's Michael Finley has to do the best he can with this,
Yeah.
with the situation he was handed, and like you're not gonna get much more than 2 first-round picks for Anthony Davis at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Mavs, now the Luca trade is gone. There's no more remnants from it. Everybody from that trade is gone.
Yep.
Like you can kind of just reset your franchise. You get
Mm-hmm.
your draft picks. You have like you can build around Coop. They're gonna have a top 5 pick probably in this draft. Now they're gonna
Yep.
start losing a lot more. So you're gonna get maybe, I don't know, Caleb Wilson to run alongside Coop. That would be a scary duo for years to come.
That'd be really good.
So, but for the Wizards, I think so. I saw a headline on I think it was ESPN, and someone wrote, "Did the Wizards take out the rebuild like before it was fully baked?" And like I felt like they were doing so well with like just losing and getting Keyshawn George, getting Alex Sarr, getting Trey Johnson, and then like you randomly get Trey Young, which people say makes sense. I don't understand how it makes sense in that moment.
Well, I
And
guess it kind of does because when not like doesn't I'm not like defending it or anything, but when you do have like a young team, especially after like I guess like they maybe realize, okay, we have like a solid group of like 4 or 5 really young pieces. It's time for them to like next season onwards to slowly start to like play towards like more competitive basketball because like, again, like as a young player, if you consistently play losing basketball like first 3 or 4 years of your career, you're not going to really develop properly. And then you add in someone like Trey Young, who's not on their timeline. He's like what, 27, 28?
yeah.
Like kind of like a veteran presence that's still like in his prime technically. Like it makes a little sense, but then again, like AD is like 31
Yeah.
ish. I think like completely injury prone. Like that part is just like wow. Like what?
And bro, I would not. So right now, 80, I think he's 32,
32.
and
Wow.
wait, let me before I just add a year to his age. Let me just clarify because
I think he might be 32 actually.
how old he is actually matters. He's 32.
Wow.
So right now, you're signing up to pay his 32nd, 33rd, 34th, and 35th birthdays contracts, right? So then, or 33rd and 34th, because he's signing
Mhm.
for 2 more years. And then 80 is not going to play next season if he doesn't have at least a 2-year extension, right? So the reason I wouldn't do this trade is you're going to sign to pay 80 like $60 million when he's 35 and 36 years old. Am I even confident he's going to be like able to walk at that point, bro? With respect, like
I mean,
he
dude,
gets
we see Joel do it now.
yeah, yeah. But if you had to pay Joel 120 over 2, would you do it?
Maybe.
I would think. I mean, like I think Joel Embiid's a considerably better player than Anthony Davis at this point,
Yeah, agreed.
which is it's crazy compared to like 2 months ago. I said the exact opposite. So I guess I
Yeah.
get your point, but I don't know, bro. Like I wouldn't pay either of them, and
Mhm.
I think with his injury history, adding that to a young core who needs touches. Like if I'm Trey Johnson, I'm gonna shoot the ball,
Yeah.
and now you had Trey Young, relatively heliocentric player, good playmaker. But he's gonna take 10, 15 shots a game.
Yep.
Anthony Davis, who's only there to shoot and rebound. So I don't know. I don't understand. Like you're just not developing the rest of your team and like putting two like star adjacent to star players and trying to just make it work in the East. I don't
Mhm.
know. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. I see that too. We'll see what happens. Definitely got to. I think again, like there's a possibility they get a high draft pick. So if that adds to it, that adds to it.
Yeah, if they get like fucking AJ DeBanza, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But that's only what they wouldn't take Darren. There's too many guards. They wouldn't take Cam.
Yeah.
Now they have Sar,
Mm-hmm.
AD. Yeah, they take AJ. AJ'd be tough. AJ'd be really tough for
That
that
would be
team.
cool.
It's really interesting. We'll talk more about the lottery later. There's a team that's coming up that
Yeah.
but next trade was the one that was reported that morning. Everyone saw it coming because every news outlet said the exact trade that was going to happen.
Yep.
It was James Harden to the Cavs for Darius Garland, and I think the Cavs gave up a second-round pick.
Yeah.
I can start with this one. So it came before my opinion, because my opinion on this originally was fuck James Harden,
Mhm.
because like he would have, I thought he requested a trade. Allegedly, according to Ramona Shelburne, he did not request a trade. He just said like, please pay me, and the
Yep.
Clippers would rather trade him than pay him.
Yeah.
So we're correct on both sides. If I'm James Harden, I want money, but
Yeah.
at least if he didn't choose to leave because he didn't get the money, I don't care if he wants the money.
Mhm.
That being said, bro, fuck James Harden, bro. Like I can't believe when this guy wants to leave, he can leave whenever he wants. Like
Literally, bro.
the only player who, bro, from the Rockets, he's like, nah, fuck that. And then he
I'm
goes to the
gone.
Nets. And the Nets, he's like, nah, fuck that. He's gonna
I'm
goes to
gone.
the Sixers.
Sixers, nah, I'm gone.
Sixers, nah, he went to China in front of a bunch of 13-year-old kids and was like, fuck Daryl
Fuck
Morey.
Daryl
I'm
Morey.
never gonna play for that liar ever again. And then he goes to LA. And then LA, he's like, oh, I want 2 more years because I took a discount last summer. They're like, nah, fuck that. And they traded him.
Dude, that reasoning is so dumb. I want more money now because I got a discount before. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But if you're the Cavs, I just don't understand what this does for you.
It honestly closes their it makes their championship window smaller, and it just kind of messes up their future more because Darius Garland is 26 years old, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I get he's injured. I get like he's a little inconsistent for the Cavs, but when he's healthy and he plays consistently, like he's like a good second option in my opinion. Like he's a very good point guard. He does what he needs. Like there's defensive flaws in his game, obviously, because he's a smaller guard, but he can go out there, give you 20 to 30 points per game, and he's a really willing passer. I guess like some reports came out too that like I don't know how I doubt this is true. Like I doubt Donovan Mitchell like didn't want to play with Darius Garland. Like I don't think that's like true. But I could see a world in maybe where Donovan Mitchell thinks that the team can be more competitive with Harden on the team. They do have 2 like lob threats in like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I think maybe
Harden
Jared.
can play well.
Yeah, I think like Jared Allen will be utilized a little bit more. Like his production will go up, but again, like I don't see them making the Eastern Conference Finals with this team. You're really just kind of swapping like equivalent players. James Harden is just has been a lot more healthier this season, and I mean his stats are better, but like I don't get it.
Can I ask you a question? Who in the league, who in the league do you think you could have traded Darius Garland for, and then you woke up today and then said Cleveland is a championship contender?
That's the thing. Like, I don't think there would be anyone you could
Right?
trade Darius Garland for. Because, like, another trade I could think of would be, like, swapping, like, Garland for, like, Julius Randle or something like that. But, like, putting
Because you
Randle.
want Garland, bro.
Huh?
That's because you want Garland.
Yeah, because I want
That's
Garland.
a trade in reality.
Yeah, a trade in reality. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the money does work with that, too, as well. But
yeah, I know you've checked.
yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, no, you're not getting anyone.
So can I put this out there and like this is like been my honest theory about NBA franchises for like 7 years. Like basically since like the Warriors got Kevin Durant. This has been my theory. Bro, if you don't win a championship in the first 5 years of that team's iteration, you should blow it up. Like
you're talking about with the star player?
Yeah.
Like you keep the star player and then you keep changing like the team around him for like in 5 years. If that doesn't work, you should trade the player.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
I think the Cavs
real close for Ant, brother.
I'm saying, but like
that close.
I think the Cavs would have been so much better off, bro, just blowing the whole thing up. Imagine the return they would have got for Donovan Mitchell.
Dude,
A lot.
I agree.
And then imagine the return they would have got. I think you can keep Emo. Fine. You can, if the star is under 24, don't trade the star. But like, you know what I mean? Like
I was just about to say, like, they're in a different position because your star is 30 years old too.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna be getting older, so his value is just gonna keep getting worse and worse as well.
Like, could you imagine what Houston would have given up for Donovan Mitchell?
Probably a
lot of fucking like you could have really retooled, right?
Yeah.
You trade Donovan, you trade Darius, you trade Jarrett, you build around Emo. That's fine. If you don't want to build around him, you can maybe draft someone that's better than him. Sure.
Yeah.
But like the epicenter of your team at every point, if you haven't won a championship with them yet, so like eliminate Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Steph, like eliminate those guys, they should be like 25 or under, and you should just keep fucking rebuilding, bro.
I agree.
Because like, what's the point in like looking at like the Cavs try to go to the second round again, or like the Knicks try to go to the conference finals again, or there's so many teams that just keep on. So it was like the Dame CJ Blazers that made me
The
think about this too.
problem is, like, you're just gonna get stuck in a repeated cycle of those players just consistently going to different teams and just doing that over and over again.
Oh, you're saying that some players would lose no matter the situation?
Not even that. It's because, for example, like if you were to trade Donovan Mitchell now, like to the Rockets, I don't know if the it depends on also depends on how value you're getting for the player. Like I would say like if Donovan Mitchell went to like you said, the Houston Rockets, like what I don't know if that like immediately just puts Donovan Mitchell in like the ability to go to the finals. Like because
But
to
that's
get
not.
him,
But now I'm looking from the Cavs perspective. Really, that's not.
that is
If
true.
I'm the Cavs,
Yeah.
that's not. I don't give a fuck about if the Rockets going to a championship position.
No, yeah.
Like again, I understand what you're saying, but if I like one, there's not gonna be 30 me's, right? There's not gonna be
Yeah.
30 people thinking to blow it up at all times.
Mhm.
So my theory benefits from that,
Yeah,
and
me too.
it's like I'm just gonna fucking someone's gonna give me a lot for this player right now.
Yeah.
And and if it's equitable value, I just take it rather than just
Yeah.
suffering through the same cycle over and over again. How many times do you see
Mhm.
Damian Lillard get beat by Steph in the first round? It was like
Over
8
and over
times in a
again.
row, bro.
Yeah.
Like at that point for Portland, you're not you like this iteration of the team is clearly just not working. Just blow it
Mhm.
up. There's
Yeah.
no point.
Agreed.
And,
That's actually a really great point.
and that's what the Thunder did. Like we
Yeah.
were so mediocre with Russ, and we tried Russ and PG. We tried Russ on his own. Like none of it worked. Just
Mhm.
blow it up. Let Russ try something else. Let PG
Yeah.
go somewhere else. Then rebuild. And we got super lucky with Shea. That was obviously not the Pressy didn't have that sort of foresight. But like it works. At
Yeah.
some point
It
it's
does.
gonna work.
Mhm. Agreed.
So
I
that's
think
my Cavs
some
side.
teams are just maybe a little more scared of it working after working in another 20 years rather than being like 3 to 4 years.
What do you mean?
Like for you guys, like the turnaround was within like 3 years pretty quickly where you guys like became like a competitive team, like starting to go into the play-in again and then working your way up. I feel like some teams like it would take them like another like 6 to 7 years to even like
It
get
would
back.
depend, right? Like you would have to have for us it was like the perfect situation where like we had a really
Yeah.
really desperate team want a really really good player.
Mhm.
So we mortgaged all their assets until like next year.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that situation going to keep coming up. Like there's going to be a
That's true.
super desperate team. Like the Bucks would have given like literally every asset they possibly could conjure up to get Donovan Mitchell.
To pair
Like
alongside Giannis, they would have,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I feel like they're never gonna do it.
There's
Like they're doing all this to keep Mitchell, and that's gonna be result in like 5 more years of mediocrity. But if I was them, bro, I'm building around Emo. I'm getting rid of Harden. I'm getting rid of Mitchell. I'm getting rid of Allen. I'm getting rid of everyone, and
Mhm.
just like
Maybe
accumulating as many draft picks as possible, and just
maybe
hoping that
just
I
keep
have
like
the
Jalen
smarts to
Tyson.
get one right.
Yeah, maybe just keep like Jalen Tyson and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that was my rant on the Cavs. But the Clippers is a fantastic deal. 10
Yeah.
years younger. The Clippers had one of the best trade deadlines, in my opinion.
They might have like sold away their pick this year, but it's
How does that
fine.
affect them? Who
Yeah, it doesn't
cares?
really affect them, so who cares?
You got to be selfish, bro. This is what I was saying like 2 months ago and I was saying to you and Jake in that group chat. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't
dude,
like
Jake is actually happy with what they're doing now. He finally
exactly.
understands the vision after you do it, then you finally see it.
He just didn't agree with it because I said it, bro. It was obviously the right thing to do. Like you succeeded. You got all their value to be super high, and now you got 10 years younger at the position and potentially better long term.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
We can quickly move on and touch on the Vucevic to Boston trade.
Mhm.
This is honestly, guys, this is probably the least impactful trade we're going to talk about today,
Yeah.
other than maybe the Jared McCain trade. But quick thoughts on this one.
Um, Boston got off of like a contract that like they didn't really need. I think it was more of like a rental. They did need a big man. Cato's producing a little for them. Didn't really need it. A kind of floor spacing big man. They got it, I guess. Don't really have much to say. I don't really think that it makes them like better or anything.
I think it makes them better,
Makes them
when
better, but I don't think they're gonna they're like a contending team now, you know?
yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm happy. I'm happy Simons gets to like he's probably gonna get a lot of touches now
Yeah.
and for Chicago for the next like
Fuck
month or two.
Chicago, bro.
Yeah, Chicago's crazy. We'll quickly touch Chicago later, but actually, you know what? We can just move on and touch on them right now.
Yeah.
Ayo Dosunmu goes to Minnesota for the last few Timberwolves picks. You will not get Timberwolves in the draft for the next 7 years.
We have like I think we have one pick swap and then like 2 second-round picks for the next 7 years.
Yeah, there's no excitement in the Timberwolves' future.
No, our team is relatively we got a youngish core, so it's fine.
You know what, bro? You know, now that I think about it, yeah, bro, I'm blowing it up.
You
Like,
think so?
yeah, like I'm keeping it, but Julius is gone,
No, yeah.
Gobert is
No,
gone,
I think
Nas is gone.
we should
Uh,
no. I think if you're due, you can't get rid of all 4 of them.
you keep Ant, you keep Jaden,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
else is gone.
Dubs, yeah. You keep Jaden. Maybe you keep Ayo. I think Ayo could be cool. You can keep Ayo.
Yeah, everyone else is gone.
Everyone else can leave. Yeah.
Everyone else is gone.
Dude,
You tank for
bro.
Bryce. You tank for Bryce Maximus.
Dude, who's that?
Bryce Maximus James, LeBron's second kid.
Oh, bro. Nah. I'm cooling on that. I'm cooling on that. But
You heard Maximus and you're like, ooh, who is that?
yeah, who's that? But like, I mean, if they did it for Giannis, that would have been cool. Obviously, there was a bunch of rumors about that, but it didn't end up happening. I think we revisit those things in the off season, but it makes it harder for us. But I think this move, like, I think it's a good depth move for our bench. We really did need like
He
a
won't
wing.
start?
Huh?
He won't start?
Dude, you think Finch is starting him, bro?
Bro, you need a point guard though.
Yeah, but Chris Finch is like Nick Nurse, bro. He ain't changing his rotation, bro.
Fire that guy, bro. He does more complaining than
Yes,
coaching.
man. This is crazy, but like Ayo, I think averaging 15 points per game, 4 assists, like 3 rebounds, shooting at like very close to 50, 40, 90. Like literally what we need. We needed a bench edition that can play perimeter defense. So we went out and got it. It's kind of sad that we basically traded like Rob. We traded like 2 first-round picks for Ayo technically.
Yeah.
So that's a little disappointing because if you really look back on it, we could have just traded Mike and Rob last summer and then re-signed Nah and then not had to go through all this and then get Nah's replacement.
You could have just got Kobe White in the trade that you made yesterday.
Yeah, but I think they didn't want Kobe White because like we needed somebody that could actually play a little bit of defense.
Yeah, but I heard it was because you wanted room for Giannis.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Apparently they did that thinking that they were gonna get Giannis. And then now Mike Conley got traded twice, so he's gonna come back to the Minnesota Timberwolves on a $840K minimum contract. So W move by Tim Conley, cutting down $11 million contract to $1 million.
Hell nah.
Dude, that's pretty creative. You can't lie, bro.
Bro, you're being creative for ass, bro. You're being creative for terrible. Like this guy is really bad at basketball, and you're trying to get him to come back. Tell that guy to retire. Tell him to go into commentary.
He could be a coach on the Wolves.
Sure, he could be a coach. Yeah. He could be like Pablo Prigioni. Sure, put him right next to him.
Like Joe Ingles kind of just like sits there.
Yeah, what is that guy doing still in the league? I didn't even know he was still in the league. That was crazy.
He actually played yesterday.
That's sad.
No, he came in. He came in for the last like 2 seconds. We needed to inbound the ball real quick to make sure we didn't turn it over.
Yeah, why has Joe Ingles always been the designated inbounds guy?
Dude, because our team is so dumb, bro. We have no one else that can do it without turning it over. You put Julius Randle in that situation, he's chucking the ball in the stands.
Yeah, Julius. How long is Julius Randle signed for? We're diverting from Ayo, bro.
3 years, brother. He has 2 more years left.
Cooked.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll move on. I think this is a good move for us.
Yeah. Now, this is the trade I've been most looking forward to talking to, bro. So I commented on some random Instagram post saying how bad of a deal this was for the Pacers. And for some reason, everyone thinks Ivica Zubac is still good at basketball, bro, which is really like confusing me.
Dude, I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like Zubac, like in like a Clippers like goodbye post or something because they wanted him gone. This motherfucker missed an open dunk. He got blocked by the rim, and I sent it to Jake, and Jake goes, "Get this dude off my team, man."
Jake has never been as invested in basketball this season as he is right now, and all he texts is get him off my team, get him off my team, get him off my team, bro. So this is the part that like really confused me. So like let's start discussing with the trade. But Ben Mathurin was averaging 10 free throws a game in the finals. He's
Mhm.
probably your best slasher if
Mhm.
I like him or Siakam, but it's
Yep.
one of those two. And like I would honestly say him and Zubac are comparable players right now, which is apparently a hot take. And then the Pacers then go on to make the inconceivable move of potentially trading this year's first round pick. Like the whole reason you guys are even tanking is to get one of these like generational players. And they're saying if it's between 5 and 9, the Clippers can have it for Zubac. And which is crazy. I didn't think Zubac would go for more than Anthony Davis.
That on God, bro.
Yeah. But then it makes it even worse because let's say the Pacers get lucky and it falls between 1 and 4 because it's not. They also protected from 10 to 31, but the Pacers are not making the playoffs. So
Yeah.
everyone's texting me. There's an 80% chance to keep the pick. No, there's not. They're not
Yeah.
making the playoffs, so it's a 50% chance to keep the pick,
52% chance exactly. Yeah.
which is a crazy odds to play for Zubac. So then if it doesn't convey, it conveys as an unprotected 2031 pick. Who knows what the Pacers are going to be then? They could have just traded a top pick in that draft for Zubac. This is crazy. It's
And
actually like
like
it's
the,
inconceivable, bro.
the one center that like you would think wouldn't fit the way the Pacers play is Zubac,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like he's one of the slowest centers that there are. Like he's not a good like court runner. He doesn't run
yeah,
the court well. And the
bro. He's
Pacers,
gonna be on
he's
defense,
so
and the team's gonna be on
fast, bro.
offense.
He's a cone on defense as well. Like, didn't he get a defensive player of the year vote one year?
It was last year. He like apparently turned the corner or something, and then like
I
that
didn't
that
see it.
whole, that focused that forced Ty Lue to put him in single coverage on Jokic while Jokic had 56, 16, and 16, bro. That was oh my god.
They saw that and then we're like, dude, let's trade our pick this year.
I don't I don't understand how you even take that risk. Like if they just traded their 2029 and 2031 picks, I'd be
That'd be
like,
fine. Whatever.
okay, like
Yeah,
I still think it's an overpay, but
but
like whatever. But the fact that you even are willing to gamble this year's pick is so like, bro, they're one win away from them being projected to be the 5th pick.
mm-hmm.
And then at that point you would get like Koa Pete for free.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like
Then like on
I
the
just
Clippers
don't.
side, the Clippers got Mathurin. They're their backcourt of the future for
Yeah.
basically and Garland and Mathurin. So like they again, like you said it before, they had probably the best trade deadline.
Yeah, I would go out of them or Chicago, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you have anything else to say on this, we can quickly touch on the other trades that happened
Mhm.
across the league. Most notably, the Bulls tried to acquire every mid guard in the NBA, and they gave up Kobe White to try to do so, who moved to
Yeah.
the Hornets. Bulls and Hornets made a couple moves around the edges. What are your thoughts? The Bulls are finally tanking,
Yeah, the Bulls don't have a center.
which is good. I think this is good for them.
They're gonna play. This is actually really good because that means Leonard Miller will actually get minutes for once. Maybe I'll watch Bulls games, bro.
I'm not watching Bulls games.
I might watch Bulls games because I actually want to see if Rob is like actually like. I genuinely want to see if Rob can like be
Do you think
decent.
Rob gets minutes on this team, bro?
You think? Dude, they have 6 guards. Actually, that would be so sad for him, bro. If
They
he,
would start Simons and Giddy, and then you have Ivy off the bench. You
yeah,
also have who am I missing? They have tons of guards.
they have Ivy, Giddy, Simons, Dillingham,
Yeah, dude.
Sexton.
I'm looking at their box score today.
They have
Yeah,
Sexton.
yeah. They have Sexton.
Yeah, Colin
Yeah,
Sexton,
they have Trey Jones. Yes,
Trey Jones. So they have 6 guards.
I don't know if Rob's getting minutes, bro.
Yeah, Rob's not getting minutes. God damn it. That's so sad.
Rob should have stayed in college. I don't know why he came out in the draft. I don't know why you guys drafted him so high. It was a confusing pick in the moment.
Yeah.
And like
I was hyped about it when it happened, not gonna lie.
because you saw him in overtime elite, bro.
Yeah, I saw the Donda Academy highlights.
It's like when everyone it's like when the Cavs drafted Imani Bates. I was so hyped to watch Cavs basketball, thinking Imani Bates is gonna be good at basketball,
Yeah.
and he was not. He was not good at
I should have
basketball.
known that him going to a school that Kanye created is definitely
Yeah,
a red flag.
he infected Donda Academy, and we believed in him. It's crazy.
Yeah, on God. But yeah, I think the Bulls like are finally tanking. That's good for them. The problem is they're the 10 seed right now, so they're gonna have to tank a lot.
Dude. But yeah, is AD probably won't play again this season, right? So the Wizards aren't gonna come from the dead.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hornets are gonna make the playoffs, bro. The Hornets got him.
Oh
The
yeah, the
Hornets.
Hornets make the playoffs. You think the Bucks will probably keep going down? Dude,
Yeah, because Giannis is
the
out for the
Bulls
Hornets.
have 24 wins already, bro.
Yeah, I think they're low key confined to the 11 because I think the Hornets are definitely gonna pass them, but they're not gonna be able to
I
go
think
below
the
the
worst. I think
Bucks.
the worst that can happen is they go to the 12. Like that's the
Yeah, well,
best
the
case.
Mavs got the Mavs got the number one pick from the 11 last year.
Oh yeah, you think the
The Mavs got
11's
the number one pick from the 10 last year. Actually, they were in the fucking play-in. Remember?
yeah, you think they're banking on that heavy bank though. This is
2027
like
draft.
if there's a draft you should be like top 5 in. This is a draft you should be top 5 in.
Yeah, but the later picks are still really good,
Really
bro.
good.
Like
That is true. Like you can get that. I mean, they don't need a guard, so they shouldn't go out and get that guard from Illinois.
yeah, Keaton Ragler.
Yeah.
He's having like, bro, this is a side take. He's having such a Shea-esque rise to the top. Like it was like Shea was like the 171st ranked guard and ranked player in the country the start of his freshman season. He came off the bench and then he rose to the starting lineup and then he won the MVP of the SEC tournament.
He's
Keaton
Illinois
Wrangler,
guards.
Keaton Wrangler was 263 and now he's in the top 20. And bro, if they're gonna go on a run and they might win the Big Ten tournament, bro, just like Kentucky
Illinois
did
is
when
good.
Shea. It's gonna be a very similar discussion going into the draft about those guys.
Illinois has a pretty good team, so I could definitely see them making a run.
I think they're top 10 right now, bro.
Yeah, but that's a little side take. But like they shouldn't draft him. But I mean, I think like to get a big man. Also though, like if they can get a forward like a Caleb Wilson, like at 4 or 5, that could be cool.
Yeah,
Like
Nate
they
Amon.
have some options.
Yeah,
I think it's the right thing for them to do though, because like
100%.
I didn't see where that team's direction was. Like you had a bunch of like literally bunch of players that were ranked from like 50 to 80 on the top NBA's 100 probably.
50-80 is low-key generous.
Maybe like 70 to 100.
Yeah. I don't know where I'd have Vucevic in my top 100.
I don't know how, yeah, I'm like Giddy, maybe like Kobe White was like 90, something like that.
Yeah,
Buzelis was like 97.
yeah.
But like
True,
yeah,
honestly. Build around Buzelis, build around Giddy, build around, I don't know, Nate Amon, and they'll be pretty straight.
yeah. They'll be bad for a couple of years, obviously, for a decent amount of years, 4 or 5 in my opinion, maybe even more. But
Yeah.
if they hit on some draft picks, they'll be good.
I'm trying to
But
think who else made a move. Golden State. We should talk about Golden State Porzingis before we close.
they,
Yeah.
I don't, I guess Steph. This is probably the best center that Steph will ever play with.
Yeah, we said that about Horford to start the season, which is crazy. So
Yeah.
obviously Porzingis is better than Horford. But they replaced injury prone, doesn't want to play basketball, Jonathan Kuminga with injury prone, physically might not be able to play basketball due to unknown health condition.
But wants to play basketball.
Yeah, who wants to play basketball? True, that's a step. He does want to play the sport.
Basketball.
Yeah. The Kuminga saga is over. We should probably let's touch on that before we close.
Yeah. I think if he actually like comes back for the Hawks, I think he's gonna leave all that behind. Like his whole thing was to leave the Warriors, obviously. The Hawks, I mean, that could be a kind of interesting team too. They have Dyson Daniels, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Kuminga, Jalen Johnson, and Okongwu. Like that's honestly not a bad starting 5. I saw what Steve Kerr said about Kuminga though. He was like, throughout like his time here, like the Warriors were obviously like they were never a team that was like worse than a play-in team. Like Steve Kerr was like, we were always trying to win championships, or we were always trying to contend for championships. So as a rookie, you kind of need to let them go out there, play, and make mistakes. And we didn't have that luxury for like Kuminga to go out there and like make the mistakes with as raw of a player as he was. So I guess that's true, but like at the same time, you drafted him 6th overall. You should have given him the chance from the beginning. Like,
Yeah, that's why if you didn't have the luxury, you trade your picks for a better player, like everyone said.
yep,
They had like pick 7 and 11 that draft. They took 2 players, and now like Moody's okay, but like now
I
like come on, you could have done so much better.
yeah, agreed. But the Warrior side, like I don't think that team really does anything. I don't know how many games Porzingis is gonna play. Maybe I think they'll be a playing team in my opinion, like they are, or maybe like around the 8th seed. So I don't. It doesn't make them better. It does add a little bit of help, I guess, because they did lose Jimmy. So I mean, they get someone that can. I mean, it all depends on how many games KP plays. It really just boils down to that.
Yeah, this just makes them more likely to play us in the first round, and I would love that.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
food,
pretty cool.
bro.
Yeah.
You know how nice of you to beat the Warriors in the playoffs. I don't care what level the
Yeah,
Warriors is, bro.
that
That is
that would be
food.
that'd be bitter. That'd be some sweet revenge.
Yeah, bro. I would love it. Like before this, maybe like they would have missed the playoffs because like they would have lost in the 8th game.
Yeah,
But like now they get just a little better. They could
yeah.
maybe beat the Blazers for the 8th seed
Hmm.
and food, absolute food.
Yeah,
That would be great.
that'd be good. Yep.
But I think other than that, I think we've touched on every single trade.
Yeah, I don't think we have any other trades to talk about with you guys. Again, like there was a lot of talk about Giannis getting traded. It's actually good that me and Aashrith really never like fully hopped on here and did an episode about all that because it was just a bunch of rumors and speculation about like where was he gonna go, what was gonna happen. So we'll probably revisit that obviously when the offseason comes, but it's looking like it's gonna be a fun second half of basketball. We got the All-Star break coming up soon, I think next week. So we'll probably get another episode out before then just to see how these teams are doing with their new additions and see what's up. But yeah, we'll keep pumping out content for you guys. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod. And we will see you guys next episode. Peace.